Hi, I'm Graham Kelly, Chief Executive Officer of the EW Tipping Foundation, and I want to update you today about some very important independent research we've just concluded with Monash University and the Summer Foundation. This research was designed to find out honest feedback from our clients and families about the work we do across Victoria every day. And I particularly want to thank our clients and families that were involved in this research. I think the important benefits from this research is for the first time we've used independent research. We've done our own surveys before and they've been valuable, but for the first time we've actually taken the bold step, some would say, to get an independent view of what our clients really think. And I think it's given us a much more structured approach to the things that we can do to improve and also build on the strengths we already have. Well, there's 9 recommendations that have come out of the research, and when you reflect on those, there were no great surprises in it, there were no great shocks, but also there are things we know we need to keep working at to improve for the future. I can guarantee these 9 recommendations that you'll see more about in the video will be addressed. So as an example, there are 2 matters that came up very strongly that we want to see further improvement. One is in relation to the training of our staff. There are very high levels of satisfaction with our direct support worker staff, but we can always improve in the training that we offer. And we're now engaged with La Trobe University in a particular project with disability clients in improving the level of training across the organisation. And secondly, the key point that came up was about better and more regular contact with coordination staff such that the client experience and those around the client, their families, is easier than it currently is. And we are currently looking at our structure and how we can do it better to make that contact easier for all concerned. So while it's very important to focus on how we can improve, it's also important to stop and celebrate the good work that our staff are doing across Victoria. For example, the survey told us that 92% of our clients feel that they're well treated and that they're safe. 97% feel that their privacy is well respected, and 92% reported that they can make choices in their lives. If you'd like some more information about the research, please go to our website. We'll also be providing updates through a range of media in the months ahead. I'd also encourage you to watch the video where the researchers themselves will outline their findings. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Libby Callaway and I'm the Research Manager at the Summer Foundation, as well as working at Monash University in the Occupational Therapy Department. This is my colleague, Dr. Christine Migliorini, who works across these 2 organisations also. You might notice in the most recent EW Tipping newsletter that they mentioned this research. We've now finished the project, and today we'd like to talk to you about what our findings are and key recommendations that we've made to EW Tipping. So last year, our team was contracted to provide an independent evaluation of client and family experiences of EW Tipping services that they receive. We wanted to provide insights into what was working well for clients and their families and what could be improved, and make recommendations back to EW Tipping for service improvements based on your feedback. We used Australia's revised National Standards for Disability Services to plan out the questions we should ask you and your family members. There are 6 standards, and you'll see those on the screen now. And there is an easy English version of these standards available, and they can be downloaded from the website that's listed on your screen. So what did we find? 94 clients filled in and posted back the mailed out anonymous survey. From the survey, we found that many people were relatively happy with the services they received across those 6 standards. But there were some people who were not happy, and what they said helped us to see which of the 6 standards needed the most improvement. Altogether, 5 focus groups were held in both metropolitan Melbourne and regional areas of Victoria. In total, 12 family members representing tipping clients took part in the focus groups. And in total, we had face-to-face interviews with 43 adult clients of tipping. The information we got from the focus groups and the face-to-face interviews helped explain how clients and families felt EW Tipping could make improvements against those 6 standards.
Now, in addition to using the standards, we also asked tipping clients and their families about their experiences of the service delivery and put 3 additional questions to the focus group and interview participants. Those questions were, if you could tell tipping just one thing, what would it be? How could tipping services be improved? And what would you like to stay the same at tipping? There were 2 broad themes that emerged. The first theme was that participants reported they wanted more support and better communication with office-based management, particularly the service coordinators. And some of the suggestions included sharing the information as a team, being consulted in support worker reviews, addressing problems in a collaborative manner, and improving training of coordinators to ensure they fulfil all duties in their extensive roles. When direct supporters were good, this is the other thing, when direct supporters were good, participants and families reported feeling happy, supported, satisfied, and just really wanted that state to continue. Participants objected to regular change in direct support workers and service coordinators when it was experienced. They felt it was important to build longevity in both relationships, which would allow for better understanding of needs, likes and abilities of their clients, a need to focus on the service model and staffing practices that build staff retention was seen as key.
So from the information we received, we were able to make 9 key recommendations to EW tipping, which we've detailed in this comprehensive research report. I'm just going to list those out now. The first one was that the feedback was that EW tipping should make regular contact with clients to check how things are going and get feedback on service performance. Communication needs to be across a range of formats, from direct phone or face-to-face contact through to written communication and other electronic communication. Noting that communication abilities for different clients vary and not everyone has access to electronic communication. The next recommendation was to compile and regularly update client profiles for all clients, as well as compiling and regularly updating direct support worker profiles. The third recommendation was to commit to ongoing training and support for staff, both direct support staff as well as office-based service coordinators. The next recommendation related to exploring new ways of supervising direct support staff and providing performance management over time and those career ladders that build staff retention. The fifth recommendation suggested the need to provide greater detail within accounting statements, including breaking down unit pricing and detail regarding funding package expenditure by tipping. This will allow greater transparency, clarify for the client and their family where expenditure was made. The sixth recommendation was to consider introduction of some form of identification for direct support staff, and that was feedback directly from the people we spoke to who were receiving services. The seventh was to build support worker efficiency and accountability through flexible systems and use of emerging technologies that might assist with this accountability process. The eighth recommendation was to explore opportunities, career structures and service practices to build longevity and reduce staff turnover. And the final recommendation we made to EW tipping after listening to your feedback was to make clients aware of the investments that are being made by the organisation in quality improvements. Through this project, we've heard from you and learnt from the agency a range of improvements that are now being implemented. And we congratulate EW tipping on commissioning this research, and we look forward to hearing about them implementing these recommendations over time.